First and foremost, hi you guys. I am Maria and I am the admin of the Money Making Esthetician community. And thank you so much, Greg, for being here today. I would love to know about Greg, about the company, all how did you get into the industry, and then what are all the amazing things that you offer our industry?
Oh gosh. Well, thank you for the introduction. I appreciate that. We got in the industry probably around 15 years ago. My first introduction was into the medical side of it. I was offering large capital equipment devices. For a while, I was selling fillers. And then fast forward a little bit, our focus actually at the time, we were selling diagnostic imaging to hospitals and clinics throughout the country and
Today.
worldwide. And then it was back in right about COVID, we decided to just go full time into the aesthetics arena, and we kind of shifted gears a little bit and wanted to start to bring on products that can not only be used in a medical setting, but also in an esthetician setting. And so we started looking for some unique products that nobody else has. And our flagship product, which we still offer today, is the cool lifting device. We're not going to be talking about that, but that's what we kind of started out with. And it just kind of snowballed from there. We just listened to what people are looking for, and, something with fast, easy, no downtime, not a large investment, and how can I make money? And so that's what we do. We try to help you find tools that are going to make estheticians successful and provide results, really, at the end of the day. That's what we want, right? So, I
That's
mean, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much it. And I could probably talk for an hour, but I know we have limited time. So I just wanted to, that's a synopsis of it all.
Thank you so much. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Personally, I have been playing with the Dr. Playton and I love it. I'm obsessed. I think it is an absolutely no-brainer to have it into your treatment room to do acne, rosacea, impaired barrier, and just get better results. So, we will jump into it because that's what everybody's here for.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to use a slide deck, if that's okay. So we can kind of
Absolutely.
get and give a nice, let me see if I can share my screen here. Sorry, I lost you there for a second. Sure. There you go. Why is it not letting me? Sorry. Bear with me here just a second. It's not showing up here for some reason. Let me try one more time. I had it ready, but here we go. All right. So hopefully everybody can see that. As Maria said, we're going to talk about the Dr. Platon. Some people call it Dr. Platon. We like to call it the Dr. P. You can call it whatever you want. It's just a fabulous tool for the clinic. And what it is, it's atmospheric cold plasma. And we're going to get into a little bit about what is that and how you can utilize in your practice and what are the benefits to your clients. But I will tell you real quick and short, within the next 3 to 5 years, if you're practicing skincare, this is a must-have tool. Everybody is going to need this, or it's kind of like when you first come out of your schooling. It's like, what do I need? Okay, I need a bed, I need a table, I need, a steamer, or whatever those items. Cold plasma is going to be in that initial buy list. Um, so we're going to kind of talk about it. I'm going to go through the slide deck here. We're going to talk about, what is plasma, what are the features and classification, um, what are some of the indications, some of the contraindications, what are the differences between some of the tools, and then I don't think we're going to really do a demonstration today, but we can go briefly over like some of the treatment protocols as well. And if you have any Q&As, we'll get to that as well. So everybody wants to know, what is plasma? Okay. Now, plasma, the best way to describe it, it's one of the four fundamental states of matter. Okay. There's solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. I like to describe it to a lot of people as like the sun is plasma, lightning is plasma. Okay, there's positive and negative ions. Free electrons, excited molecules get excited by energy, and plasma is created. So the way to generate plasma with these devices, there's different ways to generate that. You can generate it by subjecting it to gas and the strong electrical field. And once they get charged, they create the plasma. So there's two different types of plasma. There's hot plasma and there's cold plasma. And hot plasma is what it is. It's hot. It's going to create an ablative state of the tissue. And cold plasma will not do that. Cold plasma is not necessarily cold, but it is not hot. It's non-ablative. And that's how you can differentiate the categories. There's different ways to generate it, either through different types of gases such as argon, neon, and helium. But the way that we are generating, we're using oxygen and nitrogen in the air. Okay. So we talked a little bit about hot plasma. Hot plasma is causing thermal damage. It's bringing the temperature above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And so it can be ablative to the tissue. It's used for, removing skin tags. You've seen those where you can see it where people are making those brown or black dots on the tissue, or for coagulating blood vessels. That's hot plasma. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about cold plasma. So cold plasma does not cause any thermal damage, and the impact is it's two things: 100% sterilization and biostimulation. So we are not penetrating the skin at all. When it comes in contact with the skin, we're going to immediately sterilize it and kill all the microorganisms on the tissue. And it also triggers a chain of biochemical reaction that impact various levels of the skin. Okay. So the impact of the plasma coming in contact with the skin depends on the density of the energy, the amount of oxygen and nitrogen in the plasma, and the UV light radiating from that plasma. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the Dr. Platone today. So I know a lot of you are very familiar with high frequency. This Dr. Platone cold plasma is using is a second generation of high frequency. It's similar, it's in the same classification. So if you're wondering if you can utilize it within your scope of practice, you absolutely can. So that's no problem there. So this is kind of talking about how plasma jet devices working using like argon and helium, where we're doing using strong UV light and high electrical density using strong gas. That's the difference. We're not doing that. We're using DBD devices, dielectrical housing, with multiple electrodes. So this is what the Dr. Platone is using. As you can see here, we're able to create a strong electrical field between the electrodes and the patient's skin, and targeting the oxygen and nitrogen, and create plasma. This is what you're familiar with. If when you're in school, you use the high frequency types of devices, and they're using a dielectrical housing inside the plasma handpiece to polarize the gases in the air. However, there's only one electrode versus several electrodes in the tip of the Dr. Platone. And the dielectrical housing is made of glass, which has a low dielectrical score. Okay, so you're not able to generate a continuous plasma of shower. Therefore, you're going to get much different results with a plasma shower device. This is just a kind of a picture of what it looks like. We'll get further more into that. So what can the Dr. Platone do? So you're going to, as we talked about, when you immediately sterilize the skin, you're going to kill, it's antibacterial and antifungal. So you're going to be killing all of the bacteria and fungus on the top of the tissue. It's anti-inflammatory, so it's great for acne and rosacea type of clients. It's a healing tool, so any post-treatment of any destructive treatment, it's going to help heal the tissue. It helps to restore the epidermal barrier. It is fantastic for reducing the symptoms of atopic dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis. We have a lot of great before and afters for that. Uh, it's also really great for increasing the permeability of the tissue for water soluble products. So anything you put on after it is going to be absorbed exponentially. It is also for very shallow skin stains, pigmentation, you can actually see it break up those skin stains. And because of all these properties, it is an anti-aging treatment, so it is going to stimulate epidermal regeneration. So this is a all-in-one tool. It does so many different things. We really encourage practices to utilize it in all of your existing services. There's no reason why you shouldn't be starting with this device before you do any other type of service. It's going to prepare the skin for your treatments, and it's just going to make your results even better than what you're getting. This is a very safe device. We're not emitting any electric current into the client's body. So it's safe for pretty much everybody. I mean, it does say there's no reason to refrain from treating pregnant women, but of course, you always want to get permission from their doctor before that. And you can treat kids with acne. If someone's got a pacemaker, you don't have to worry about that. It doesn't create any skin destruction, so you don't have to worry about any type of hypo or hyperpigmentation. And you don't worry about has someone had a thread treatment or Botox or anything like that. It's all fine. The only thing you want to avoid is like any type of service. If you see anything that looks precancerous, then obviously you would send them to their dermatologist. Um, so why do we love the Dr. Clayton? We really like this device a lot because it has the variable output of plasma. And for all of those of you wondering, that this is the variable output between 7.2 and 8.8 kV. It allows you to adjust for all different types of skin conditions. It's really important, especially if you're dealing with compromised skin. You want to start on a lower setting. And so you want to have a device where you have the ability to adjust the plasma output. That's really important. We've talked to many dermatologists, especially for people that have like steroid withdrawal. You want to be very careful on emitting plasma onto the tissue. You want to go low and slow, but you are going to help get improvements with wound healing and the cellular turnover. Another great feature of this device, it has a direct power supply, so you don't need to recharge after uh, the treatment to start it again. Average treatment time is somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes. You can, if you're just incorporating into your other services, you can certainly do a shorter treatment time. Um, but yeah, we can get into the protocols in just a short bit here. Another unique quality of the device is the premium quality ceramic plasma tips. It's a proprietary technology. The system is actually manufactured in South Korea, but the tips of the technology is licensed from German patented technology. So they're very durable. They will break if you drop them. So you do need to be careful, but they are very durable. And so you don't need to, you just sterilize them with alcohol and so it keeps your cost down per treatment. So there really is no true consumable when you're doing this. That's why it's easy to incorporate into all your existing services for better outcomes. When you get the device, you're going to receive 3 different tips. You're going to get your large plasma tip for treating larger areas, like if you're doing back acne or if you're doing arms, a larger chest. You would generally use the larger tip. The medium is what you're going to use the most of. This is for general coverage of the face and other parts of the body. And then when you're getting into focusing on other areas of the body into smaller, narrow areas around the nose, around the eyes, or if you're targeting pimples, then you can utilize the small plasma tip. At some point, you're going to need to replace the tips. They're very affordable, you know, considering the cost per treatment. You know, you're anywhere from 180, 160, and 140. And typically with very busy offices, a tip is going to last anywhere between 3 and 6 months. So there really are very minimal contraindications, as we talked about. It's suitable for every type and skin tone. Average treatment time is somewhere between 10 and actually 20 minutes, depending on what area, how much of the areas of the body. You can do it as frequently as 3 days apart. You can see aesthetic results during the treatment and after the treatment. One noticeable area is you're going to see texture of the tissue is going to change immediately. You're going to see smoother skin. Like I said, if you have very shallow pigmentation, you might see some of that break up a little bit. And there is no downtime whatsoever. So you are going to see this is a very easy service to offer because there is no downtime. We talked about, you know, who can do it. Teenagers, you know, they have busy schedules. You can do it for them, and there's no downtime, and they can just go on to their busy schedules. We do have guidelines and protocols. Let me just kind of, I think we're gonna just talk about the handpiece here. We get into the protocols once we get into purchasing and training. But here's the device itself. You can see the tip here. You have a nice small tip on here. This is the handpiece. You have the power button. This is the start stop button. This is where you can displays the variable intensity that you're at. This is the countdown timer here. And this is how you are able to adjust the variable intensity.
We have two questions. Lisette
Sure.
asked, how does it feel for the client? And Cassie asked, do you slide the device or stamp?
No, so you're going to be sliding the device over the skin. Actually, that's a great question. I can share that with you right here. That's the next slide. Let me answer that question real quick. And so, yeah, so the way the device works is that it works with the oxygen and nitrogen in the air. So you are gliding the handpiece over the skin. You don't want to be pushing down onto the skin too hard because then you're going to be trapping that oxygen and nitrogen in the air. So you're just floating over the skin parallel to the surface. And so you can, like when you're treating the face, you want to do this, you can do a little bit of stimming. You do want to keep the handpiece moving at all times. Okay, that's a key trick. And we get in a little bit more details in the training. But yeah, it's very easy to use. It's it's a very comfortable treatment. And so because it's variable frequency, everybody has different levels of sensitivity. You can start at a lower setting and then build your way up depending on if they have compromised skin. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty comfortable treatment. I would say out of 100 people, you're going to have 98 of those people are going to find no problems with the treatment.
How would you describe it feels?
Um,
Like high frequency.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like high frequency. I think it's a little bit more comfortable than high frequency personally. That's my personal opinion.
I
What
agree.
do you think, Maria?
I
What are your,
agree.
I think it's very tolerable. I mean, it's like I said, out of 100 people, you're going to get 98 of those out of 100 are going to find that it's no big deal. I mean, I've probably done, you know, at least over 500 demonstrations with this system. And I've probably only had maybe a small handful of people that say, you know, even when I turn it down, they say, oh no, you know, I don't like that. But it's a very, very small percentage.
How many treatments can one expect per ceramic head? Taking into account not being dropped, not in months, please.
So there is no shot count or counter to determine the duration. And the reason why is because you can adjust the variability of the intensity of the device. And the machine cannot calculate, okay, well, it was on level 5 for 5 minutes and now it was on level 2 for 2 minutes. There's no way to give you a countdown. The indicator, like I said, most people with very, very busy practices are a minimum of 3 months that are utilizing the tips with very, very busy practices.
How many, and the same question was, how long does the tip last?
So I think that's
Same
pretty
thing.
much answers that question.
How effective is this for fine lines and wrinkles, or is it just targeted for concerns? Is there a protocol for this?
No, so it will help with fine lines. It's very effective for it. I mean, obviously, deeper lines are going to take subsequent treatments. It does It is super beneficial to incorporate this with any type of skin boosters that you might have. This is a tool to be utilized not just by itself, but with other products that you currently are using. Or if you don't have products, we can certainly suggest boosters that we have that are very effective, whether they're skin boosters from Korea or if you have some type of exosome product. But yeah, so you're going to see immediate change on skin texture. That's what you're going to notice immediately.
Where do you use it in the protocol?
It's always the Dr. Platon. So there's two ways you can utilize it. So you want to incorporate this at the very beginning of all your existing services. Now, if you're trying to, if you've, let's say you've done like a microneedling treatment and you want to help the healing process, you can do that 3 days post for healing. Otherwise, you'd want to start with it before every treatment.
Crystal said, it's a very comfortable treatment. None of my clients have complained at all. They all say it's just fine. When I first started, I let them know that it sounds like high frequency, and that it's going to shock you, but it does not.
Yeah, that's a great comment. Yeah, it's a very comfortable treatment. You keep the handpiece moving at all times. It's extremely tolerable. I mean, I would say like anybody, everybody's going to be cautious. They're a little concerned of like the sensitivity. And when I demonstrate this device, they go, "Oh, that's nothing." And so, and for those clients that obviously, if you do it on the hand or the arm or other areas, those are not as sensitive as the face. But I always start with just like on the arm or on the fatty area of the like on the jowls and on level 3. And then if they can tolerate it and their skin is not compromised, then you can increase the intensity. Do you have any other questions? I mean, I not really want to get into the protocols because that's kind of what we do when we buy a device. We can get into the protocols of
We do have more questions. Can this be used with microcurrent or radio frequency?
yes. So you would want to do this. We do have several practices that are doing both of those, and you would do this um, pre those treatments.
Um, can you explain why the lower voltage of this device is actually a good thing? There are a lot of devices on the market that have high voltage, and I think people are confused of which is better for the skin or what is the advantages are.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I kind of deferred that to our partner in Europe, a dermatologist. Um, because, if you have compromised skin, too much of anything is not a good thing. And so you want to start low and allow the tissue to recover. And when we were talking, she was talking specifically from like steroid withdrawal, where that skin is just uh, you know, very difficult to treat. And so with the combination of some boosters and cold plasma, we're able to restore um, that barrier and get the skin to start healing. Cold plasma has been used in Europe for many years for wound healing. So, I mean, specifically for like diabetic wounds and other very difficult wounds that are not healing, it's able to kill all of the bacteria and to stimulate the new generation of new tissue.
Um, I've heard it compares to microneedling.
As far as pain,
It was it pain or is it results?
are you asking me that question or somebody
No,
asking
it
the
was a
question?
question.
Okay.
Results. Results.
Results, I think it's a little, we have people that are using it in conjunction with microneedling and seeing some really fantastic results. Um, it's a different technology. It's a different tool. The platen can be used pre and post microneedling because it helps heal the tissue. So it can be used in conjunction with microneedling as well.
Do we have any more questions? Now, where do you purchase it?
So yeah, you can purchase it directly from us either by phone or online. You can go on to our store. We have our direct store, which is shop.promedsi.com. You can, if you want to learn a little bit more information about the system, you can go to our main website, which is promedbeauty.com. You are also welcome to give us a call, and we're happy to talk with you more about it. If you feel more comfortable sending us a text, that's fine as well. You can either call or text us at 562-326-5720. Keep in mind, we are based in Southern California. Our hours are between 8:30 in the morning and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. But if you do text us on the weekend, we generally will respond over the weekend. If it's a simple question or if you need more elaborate information, then we get back to you on Monday.
Crystal also said, I have seen acne scarring diminish greatly with the cold plasma.
It is great for acne. We have so when you buy that leads to when you buy a device from us, we give you a turnkey solution. So what we'll do is we give you Zoom training. Then we give you our customer portal, which will give you client consent forms. Then we will provide you with some marketing support, videos. Um, we actually have even template emails that you can send out to your existing base to generate appointments. We will give you the training generally is about a half an hour to 40 minutes online. And then we also provide you with a bunch of before and after pictures that you're welcome to utilize to share with your clients in clinic or on your website or within your Facebook or Instagram in order to generate business. We have lots and lots of acne pictures. It's phenomenal for inflamed skin related to psoriasis and eczema. We have a lot of before and after pictures for that. So we're happy to share all that with you upon purchase of the device. We pride ourselves in the best customer service that we can offer. And so we stand behind our products. The product comes with a 1 year warranty. And so we do what makes us a little unique than a lot of companies, I think, is that we have our own in-house service. So if there is an issue with any of the devices that we offer, we do repair in-house. You don't need to send it off to the manufacturer for repair.
And then how much do you recommend charging as an add-on?
As an add-on, that really depends on your location, but on a national average, it's around 150 to 175 as an add-on. If you're, creating a signature Dr. Clayton package, it goes anywhere from 225 and up, and then we can help you uh, customize a menu when you purchase a device.
Can you use the same day as a chemical peel? And then Ebony says, I know that's kind of a loaded question.
So the answer is absolutely yes, you can. You just want to be mindful that because you are making the skin more permeable, the peel will go deeper quicker. And so you just need to be mindful of that, and be in good communication with your client on their sensitivity to that peel, so that you know when to neutralize it.
I love to use it in the acne boot camp.
Yeah, we have. That's probably what this device is used for the most, is
Acne.
for acne. What we're finding at the clinics that are most successful generating revenue is they're incorporating it into all their services. It's not just for acne, because what's going to happen is you find a lot of tools where you're kind of pigeonholed in selling that service for just what it is and not what it can do for all of your treatments.
I use linear health peels afterwards. These peels do not injure the barrier. You should use the Dr. P before linear peels.
Absolutely.
I feel like this device is like, what can we call it? I don't want to say Batman and Robin because it's like before that. Like your superhero, you put it before everything, basically.
So I saw a question from Crystal. Yeah, you can absolutely use this for prior related to melasma. It's not going to. It is cold, so it is not going to affect the burning the tissue at all, and on all skin types as well.
I do cold jet before the peel.
Okay.
Cool. Is there any more questions? I also did add the link if you guys wanted more information in the comments.
Oh, so one thing is because I like to provide a little bonus for Maria's group.
Oh,
And
thank
so when you do purchase, we are offering a $500 credit towards the purchase of one of our boosters. So we have recombinant enzymes, which is another interesting topic that I'm sure like 99% of you are not familiar with. It's some technology out of Spain. And then we have patented exosomes, and we have boosters. So you can apply that $500 towards the purchase of any of those products.
Awesome.
I think that's it, unless anybody has any other questions.
See, Ebony, what is the cost of the device?
Yeah, so the cost of the device is $3,500, and that includes shipping to your destination, the training, the online portal, that $500 credit towards the purchase of the boosters of your choice. And when you do that order, we will go over the different options of what you can choose from, and based on your needs. And then yeah,
Cost of the replacement head.
yeah. So it goes from 140, 160, 180 from small to largest.
And then I did put again the purchase link in the chat.
Fantastic. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.
Chris-
And
Crystal asked best way to clean the tips.
with alcohol, we do. So we recommend a product called Sauna Wipes. It is a medically approved, like a cavi wipe that hospitals use. And the reason why we like to use those over just a standard alcohol swab is that it's safer plastics. And so you can utilize that on all your devices, because generally if you just use alcohol alone, it dries out the plastics and rubber, and it can degrade that product. And so if you want to, excuse me, we don't manufacture it and we don't sell it. You can go grab those on Amazon. It's called Sono Wipes. A colleague of mine invented those in the medical for diagnostic ultrasound, and they are utilized in hospitals all over the world.
We have more questions. Very reasonably priced for reusable tips. Next question, off subject. Can you talk about the exosomes you carry?
Sure, just briefly. I mean, I want to kind of keep this down to the plating, but that's a great question. Um, in a nutshell, we have a patented product called ExoGov exosomes, and they are derived from chicken eggs. And so they are extracted and they're able to isolate the miRNAs specifically for skin and hair. And so we have two products that can be utilized in clinic, and then we also have some creams and serums as well.
I also added the link in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you. And there's more information on the website and more detail if you go to promedbeauty.com and just click under ExoGov exosomes. I thought I saw one other question there, but I don't. I think it's
They wanted to know how do you spell the wipes?
oh yes, Sono wipes. Sono wipes. And you just go on to Amazon. Yeah, you can find them there. That's the cheapest place you can get it, especially if you're a Prime member. You're going to get the shipping for free, and that's it. Sono wipes. Those are great. I mean, they're very large. You don't necessarily. You could probably cut them in half and to make them last a little bit longer, but they're very reasonable and they're very effective for sterilizing all your tools.
Okay. Hopefully you guys purchase a device, and I want to see your before and after pictures when you do.
Oh yeah, I mean that's great, Maria. I love that because that's how we get a lot of feedback. A lot of the pictures that we share with our buyers come from our buyers.
Ebony says one last question. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's good.
Tell us, Ebony.
Actually, can you hear me?
Oh yeah,
I
go for it.
can, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'd rather do that than type. Um, I just wanted to know in regards to the fine lines and wrinkles because I have seen before and after photos. It seems like it's definitely effective for acne scarring and acne. But for the fine lines and wrinkles, what would be the recommended um, usage or package for something like that? And then, do you recommend outside of home care that they do gets different treatments or additional treatments with the Dr. Platon device,
Yeah.
plating device, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's everybody says it a little bit differently. It's all good. Well, that's why we shortened it to Dr. P because that's like a lot of people once you get familiar with it.
That works too.
Yeah. So the standard protocol for I mean most protocols are once a week for if it's very compromised skin. Let me talk about that first. I know that's not your question, but for compromised skin, you're looking anywhere from 4 to 8 treatments 1 week apart. Okay. So for acne, um, that's what you're looking, a minimum of 4 treatments. And it could be anywhere up to 8, depending on the severity of the inflammation. For wrinkles, you want to sell them in packages of 4, and then the duration is exactly the same, 1 week apart. And like I said, I would recommend combining that with some type of booster. For fine lines and wrinkles, I really like our recombinant enzymes. I think those work really well for that. If you're looking at for pigmentation and lightening of the skin, I really like our exosomes for that. But yeah, I mean, we can dive a little bit deeper into that if you want to learn a little bit more about that in another segment. Be happy to go over that with you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Go ahead, Crystal.
Okay, I just want to make sure I understand this correctly because the last question kind of made me think about this. From my understanding, because I have been using the device for a little while now, and prior to that, I used a different cold plasma device. From my understanding, this device goes all the way into the subcutaneous layer, and it triggers a healing cascade, which is then going to basically hit any type of condition that the client is dealing with. So you're not just triggering acne, you're also going to hit the fine lines and wrinkles. You're also going to hit the texture issues. You're also going to hit the pigmentation. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, because it's the way we like to look at it is a healing tool. I mean, you can take out the wound part of it, but it's exceptional for wounds, right? But
Right.
it is a healing tool to allow the skin to renew itself in a proper manner.
And it is using CAP, correct? Cold
That's correct.
atmospheric
Yeah,
plasma.
that's
And
absolutely it.
the NIH has actually documented CAP as being extremely healing for the body, including even though we can't use this obviously in our selling point or whatever, but even in cancer, they're finding that CAP is becoming very beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really talk about that, but
Right.
as you kind of mentioned, but if you want to like really dive deep into this, yeah, just type in CAP into your into Claude or AI or what have you, and you're going to get a mountain of information about how effective it is for healing the tissue.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That was a great question. You guys have great questions. All righty. Well, thank you guys. We'll continue the conversation in the group. For those of you who joined in late, this was recorded and it will be uploaded tomorrow to YouTube and sent out via newsletter. And then Greg was nice enough to give us a $500 credit towards product, right? Correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's correct. And then again, if you guys purchase it, I would love to see before and after pictures, and then ask questions. It's called the Money Making Esthetician for a reason. So I hope that you guys get this and you either add it as an add-on. I personally would use it as an incentive to get people onto my packages. So they would get like a complimentary add-on, or it would be $30 or $50 for an add-on, or if they become part of my membership, it would be included. I love to find things that seem like really, really great value to get people on memberships and to keep them staying on memberships.
And I think, yeah, what happens is once people start using it, they're going to say, oh, wait a second. Oh, I want this with everything, whatever service you're offering.
Yeah. I had a client, she was like, all the gadgets. I was like, all the gadgets.
It's awesome.
All righty. Thank you, you guys.
All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.